As I said last time, my friend, we talked about local heroes, and we talked about people, who are generous and help others, and and do simple, kinds of show simple gestures of generosity to others, right? And we had a passage that we read together and all that stuff. Okay, now this time I have some questions for you, but actually they're kind of grammar questions. So let me share the screen quickly here. And my friends, I have here some questions about two tenses. Okay. One is the present perfect, and the other is the present perfect continuous. Okay. And as you see, in each sentence, we have two alternatives. Your job is to tell me which one is the right choice. Okay, dokie. So I want you to take a screenshot of this and start focusing on that and um, decide on your answers. I'll send you an image of that to your breakout rooms. You have it now, my friends. Once you decide, please raise your hands. Now, my friends, I'll send you to breakout rooms. I want you to discuss together, okay? Which structure will you choose and why? Okay, I want you to talk. Let me send you to breakout rooms. And off you go. Welcome back, my friends, to the main session. Let's wait for everybody to come back from the rooms. Okay, here we are. And again, I'm not going to check these answers with you, right? What I want you to do is to check your answers in the passage. Okay, right? So all these sentences are in the passage that we read last time. I'll send you the full handout to your WhatsApp group. Let me do that. Now you have the handout, my friends. Enjoy. Okay, check the answers to these sentences in the passage. Now, my friends, with your partners, I want you to show them the answers in the passage, like help each other, and tell them, here is the sentence in the passage, and this is the tense that is used. When you come back, we're going to discuss the answers together. So let me send you to the same breakout rooms to work with the same people. One more time. Off you go. Welcome back, my friends, to the main session, talking about present perfect and present perfect continuous, and the options we have in here. And what about sentence number one? Raise your hands if you're ready. What is voice? Let me go to Muhammad Mukhtar والحلة فوق النار. Yes, Mukhtar.
Okay. For the first sentence, it's gonna be present perfect continuous, and the reason for that is simply because here we are focusing on the time. However, I can use the present perfect simple, but present perfect continuous would be better.
Well, I would say that's a very good answer. I would say both are correct. Yes, have been doing is the one used in the passage. However, both can, work fine. Now, some might say, but then Shadi, why would we use then we have been doing? If you want to focus on the continuity or the length of time, then the present perfect continuous would be a better choice. You see what I mean? But you can simply say, we've done this for 3 years now. Okay. If you want to stress on the length of time, you say, we've been doing this for 3 years now. Okay. Right. It's like exactly the difference between I've talked on the phone for 3 hours and I have been talking on the phone for 3 hours. Have been talking, there is more focus on the length of time. Okay, cool. Now, let's move to number two, and let me give the floor to Gihad. Yeah, what do you think the answer will be?
I think number two is going to be has cleaned present perfect symbol.
Yeah, yeah. That's one answer. Has cleaned, which is the present perfect simple. And again, because look at the sentence, it's over 100 outfits, which means that we've got a number here. So it's better that, and as long as this is a specific number, so has cleaned is a better answer, something finished. Okay. Um, 26 years old Ryan Sinclair has always been loving bikes. Khulud, yes?
This will be a present perfect simple.
Why?
Yeah, because he just finished the action. Do it and finish it.
You mean if the action is not finished, we can say he's always been loving?
I think it's right.
Oh no, it's not. It's not about that. Because love is a verb that cannot be used with continuous tenses. You see, it's not only love. We have also a range of verbs.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
it.
it's like have for possession. It's like if you say I have a house, you cannot use it in a continuous tense. You cannot say I'm having a house.
Yeah,
You can't say that. You cannot say I have been having a house. No, it's I've had a house. Things like that. So there are some verbs in English, mainly we call them stative verbs, and we don't use these with the present perfect continuous or any continuous tense. Let's go to the bike. The bike has been turning the lives around. And Tantawi, what's your choice?
I think has turned
Yeah.
their lips now, because the verb turn here doesn't convey in its meaning a long period of time. It takes no time here.
And also, when we think about it, in a logical way, if we say the bike has been turning the lives, what does that mean exactly? Like every now and then, it changes the lives. So that is something that people usually don't say because it doesn't make sense. So let's forget about structure and grammar and let's think, logically about it, right? I would say that, for example, this job has changed my life. But when I say has been changing my life, now what does that mean exactly? That every now and then my life has changed because of that job. Someone might say, Shadi, and what's wrong with that? Well, nothing wrong with it if it really happens. Okay, but actually, when we look at the text, and when most people say that, they don't mean that actually their life has been, changing like that. We have already we've been raising $4,000, and let me go to Sohila.
I think we've already raised.
Yeah. Okay. We have already raised $4,000, and that's a specific amount of money here. Finally, we've been dancing since 5 o'clock, and I'm exhausted. Atiq.
Yes, I've been dancing, present perfect continuous. That's because he mentioned something in present that he is exhausted. I'm exhausted. That's in present, so he refers to something in present.
Yeah, so there is a kind of an action that started in the past, but it is still continuous in the present, right? Wonderful. Now let me focus now more on when we use this and when we use that. Let's be clear a bit more about this. And let me show you this handout here. You'll find it interesting because we have here actually 4 or 5 rules. And all I want you to do is to complete the rule, okay? And then try to provide examples from the different from the previous 6 examples we've given you. Which examples I'm talking about? I'm talking about these. Remember these sentences. So I want you to think about these rules and think also of examples for this, right? Let me send it to your WhatsApp group. Here you are. Now, my friends, time for another discussion in breakout rooms. These are 5 wonderful rules about the usage of present simple versus present perfect simple versus present perfect continuous. Now, discuss and provide examples, and we'll talk about all that. Let me send you there. Okay, welcome back, my friends, to the main session. And let's think about rule number 1. Okay, raise your hands if you're ready to discuss it. And let me go to Nisma. Yes, Nisma. Abdul Katatni famous for Nisma?
Yes,
Are you
I
there?
know. Yes.
Okay.
Use the present perfect continuous when we want to visit that an action is repeated or has lasted for a long time and continues up to now.
Okay, so we're talking here about emphasizing, okay, that an action is repeated or has lasted for a long time and continuous up to now. That's a very good answer, which is one of the usages of the present perfect continuous. Now, what example can you give here, my friend?
Okay, 1 minute. No.
Here you have the screen.
Okay. We have been doing this for 3 years now.
Yeah, this is a very good example, which is this one. We've been doing this for 3 years now. And also the last one, which is number 6. We've been dancing since 5 o'clock. So 1 and 6 can be very good examples, okay, for rule number 1. Lovely. Okay, so I would say 1 or 6 here. Now let's go to rule number 2. And let me go to Mukhtar. Mukhtar, what would you choose here? Use the present perfect. Which one?
All right, it's simple because the action is shorter. And for example, I can say, my brother is playing now because he has already finished his homework.
So can you give me examples from the 6 ones here?
Okay, can I see this?
I'm sharing the screen here. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay. 1 second.
Yeah, the second one is a very good example. So we can say, since we started, the company has cleaned over 100 outfits. But not only number 2, my friends. We can also take 4 and 5. Look at number 4. The bike has turned their lives around. And 5, we have already raised 4,000. Now let's go back to the usage. Okay, so we can say 2, 4, and 5. And the usage is use the present simple when the action is shorter and completed before now. It has present relevance or present effect. Wonderful. Now let's go to number 3. And it says, use the present perfect when we say how many times someone did something, or say how much they did. Let's go to Ailat Kuku.
Yes, it's present perfect simple because of the times or the amount of something. Yes,
Well,
and
I agree. Yes, that's a good answer. So, my friends, it's present perfect simple. And let me take you, my friends, to the example. You have 6 sentences here. Can you give me examples on this rule from the
yes,
6 sentences?
The one that has we have cleaned.
Yes, that's a good one, number 2. Okay, because
And
it's the company has cleaned over 100 outfits. And number?
and number the one we have raised number 5.
Very good, very good, very good. That's also a good answer. And when we go back to the rules, my friends, okay, so we say sentences 2 and 5, the rule says use the present perfect simple when you talk about how many times someone did something or how much they did. How many times, like cleaning the outfits? How much, like the $4,000? You see, like you can say, I have collected 500 books. That's how much you did. Or I can say about myself, I have read more than 50 James Bond novels. So this is how many times I did it. Okay, so that's present perfect simple. That's one of the usages and functions. Now let's go to number 4, and let me give it to Tantawi. And it says here, use the present perfect.
The continuous or the present perfect simple.
Yeah.
Yes. The example would be, I think we've done this, which is number 1. We've done this, or we've been doing this.
Very good. Yeah, because we said that both can be used. And as I said before, sometimes the usage is related to some verbs, like in this rule, my friends. Look at this. Okay. And with these verbs, live, you can say, I've lived, I've been living. Like, so, like you can say, I've lived in Cairo all my life. I've been living in Cairo all my life. The only difference is that there is a bit more focus on the length of time in the present continuous, but both usages are the same. Okay, both ones are the. I have studied English all my life. I have been studying English all my life. Okay, so right now let's go to the last one, and let me give it to Atiq. Use the present perfect with the state verb such as never, be, love.
Yes. Present perfect simple.
Yes.
And with the sentence 26-year-old Ryan.
Okay, can you show me an example from here? Very good. Yeah. Yes. It's number 3. Okay, that's a good answer. Number 3. Wonderful, my friends. So, any questions on these before I move to something else? Only keep your hands up if you have a question for me. Let me go then to Atiq. Yes.
That's the continuous present perfect continuous will be when we mention that up till now or to the moment of speaking. So we use the present perfect continuous, and only when we make a difference in meaning, or we have the meaning, or we have mentioned the length of time, or we are interested in the length of time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I mean, when you want to focus on the length of time, okay, and show people that there is an action that is still continuous in the present, that's when you use the present, perfect. So sometimes the present perfect continuous is used for actions that are actually continuing to the present. And sometimes you use it with actually finished actions, but you use it to show how much time it took you to finish something. Maybe because you want to complain, maybe because you want to show the listener how hard you work, something like that. Tantawi?
Yes, I just want to mention that for the verb have, if it means eat, we can put it in the present continuous, perfect continuous.
Of course, of course.
Position, yes.
But remember, the verb have, when it means eat, is state anymore. It's an action verb.
Yes, it can be both.
Exactly.
Okay.
And many state verbs act the same. So think about smell. Smell can be a state verb, and it can be an action verb. So, for example, when you say it smells good, that's a state verb. Okay, but talking about smell as when you go in the kitchen and you closer to a pan and you smell. That's an action verb. Okay, so you can say I'm smelling. Okay, so again, there are so many things like that. See as well. Also, like we can say he's been seeing her, but that means meeting. It doesn't mean the actual. We're not talking about
Yes.
vision. We're talking about meeting someone. So it depends on actually what you mean. It's all about the usage. Now let's talk now, and let me take you back to the examples here. Okay, and I would like someone to read this sentence twice. I want to hear the pronunciation, but I want natural pronunciation. Okay, so that we can think about it together. Gihad, yes?
We've been doing this for 3 years now.
Say it again. That's good.
We've been doing this for 3 years now.
Very good. So look at what Gihad said, my friends. He said we've been doing this. He didn't say we have been doing this. No. He said with. So instead, my friends, of, let me just mute everybody for the noise. So instead of saying we have, he said with, which is a natural way of pronouncing the present perfect continuous. You don't say we have, you say with. You don't say he has, you say his. So he's been doing, we've been doing, he's been writing, we've been writing, and it goes like that, right? So the weak form of being is been, and the weak form of have is have, or of, or the. So like we've been. Okay, is it correct to say we have been? Yes. Is it correct to say we have been? Yes. But the fastest is we've been, okay, doing this for years. Right. Now I need someone to read Yusuf Akram. I want you to read sentence number 2 naturally.
Okay, since we started, the company has cleaned over 100 outfits.
Say that again.
Since we started, the company has cleaned over 100 outfits.
Very good. So look at what he said. We can say the company is. Since we started, the company has cleaned. The company has cleaned. The company has cleaned. Since we started, the company has cleaned over 100 outfits. Now, Suhaila, can you read 3?
26 years, Ryan Sinclair has always loved bikes.
Can you say that again? The part of Sinclair and has always loved.
26 years old Ryan Sinclair has always loved bikes.
Yeah, let's try to say it this way. Sinclair as always. Sinclair as always. Sinclair as always. Sinclair as always. Sinclair has always loved bikes. Can you say it again, Sohaila?
26 years old Ryan Sinclair has always loved bikes.
Yeah, Sinclair is, okay, we call that linking. Sinclair has always loved, okay, bikes. Good one. Now let me go to Khulud. Can you say number 4?
The bike has turned their legs around.
Okay, say it again.
The bike has turned their legs around.
Okay, now let's try to make it faster. If you want to make it faster, you don't say the bike has. You say the bikers.
The bikers, yeah.
Bikers. Very good. So say it again.
The bike has turned their legs around.
Yeah, but you don't say turned. You say turned. Turned.
Yeah. Turned.
No, not turned. turned.
Turned.
Say it again.
Turned.
Yes. The whole thing.
The bike has turned their leaves around.
No. You said turn it again. No. I don't want turn it. I want turned.
The bike has turned their leaves around.
Excellent. Their lives around. Yeah, but what about move? If you put ed, how would you say it, Khulud?
T.
Move and ed. Is it move it or moved?
Moved.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
So let me help you with something, my friends. When do we? Okay, because again, like Khulud was saying, turn it, and I said no, it's not turn it, it is turned. Someone might ask whether there is a rule for that or not. Yes, there is. So let me help you with something. When you see that your word or the verb ends in these two letters, the letter t and the letter d, this is when you say id, like start. You say started. Decide. You say decided. I have decided. I've started. I've decided. That's when you do it. Okay? Now, when you see these sounds, and I'm writing them in the chat box, the sound p, or the sound k, or the sound s, or the sound sh, or the sound d, p, k, s, sh, or the sound f. When you find these sounds that I sent to you in a chat box, and you have an ed, you pronounce it as t. So work. When you put ed, it's worked. Okay? Stop. When you put ed, it's stopped. Miss. When you put ed, it's missed. Fish. When you put ed, it's fished. Snuff. When you put ed, it's snuffed. And it goes like that. Now, all the other, okay, sounds, okay, you will use the normal death sound, like move, moved, turn, turned, and it goes like that, right?
How about the word watch? Is it watched or watched?
It's watched. Watched with a death sound. Okay. Tantawi. Yes, Tantawi.
Can I add something else?
Yes.
For the word for sentence number 4,
Yeah.
I can say turn there. Turn there. The bike has turned their lives around.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Which is a kind of, dropping this for the sake of the following consonant. Yeah, that's a possibility. Now, I need someone to read 5 for me. Atiq.
Yes, sir. We've already raised $5,000 or £5,000. We've already raised.
Yeah, good. And Mukhtar, can you read 6 for me?
We've been dancing since 5 o'clock and I'm exhausted.
Yes. Okay. Lovely. So, my friends, now it's not only important to get the structure right, it's also very important to be able to pronounce it naturally. Okay. So let me now take you to another activity in handout 3 here, where we have a passage. Okay, and this passage is about an organization that helps people at a local level. I want you first to read and answer this question. Who is Kufu? So that is the simple question I want you to focus on. I don't want you to complete the passage now. Just answer this question. Who is Khufu? Don't complete anything in the passage now. Easy peasy. So let me send the handout to your WhatsApp group. So is that Shayma?
Okay, it's Hannah.
Hannah, yes, Hannah.
Okay, Khufu is a friend of the writer.
Khufu mean? His name is Khufu.
Yes, it's very close. Yes.
Yes.
It's all because of my children. I swear, I have nothing to do with this name.
No. What is so funny is that Khufu, okay, is related to Coco in the passage. If you can read this one here.
Really? Oh,
You
yes,
see the word?
I didn't reach this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, subhanallah, yeah.
Subhanallah. Good coincidence. Okay, it's Khufu is a friend of the writer from Ghana.
Yeah, but you insisted that his name is Coco again. His name is Khufu, Allah.
Oh, I said Khufu. I really
Yes,
said Khufu.
okay. So let me check with Jihad. Jihad, what do you think? She said he's a friend. Maybe this is right, but what can you tell us about Khufu more than this?
I think he is the writer's closest friend.
But what about his job? What does Khufu do?
Job? Actually, I didn't.
Baroni, what do you think?
He's a cocoa farmer.
Very good. Yes, he's a farmer. Okay. Mainly, working in cocoa farms. Okay. So this is why we said he's somehow related to Ailet Cocoa. Right. Okay. Wonderful. So now, my friends, it is time to read the passage again, but this time I want you to complete the text with the present perfect simple or continuous form of the following verbs. And also think about where are both forms are possible. So you have the verbs to complete the passage with. Okay, it's the same handout. Take your time, my friends. Now, my friends, breakout rooms, help each other. Let me send you there. 1 second. Okay. And so, off you go. Welcome back, my friends, to the main session. Now, I am going to share the answer key with you. Have a look at this. And then check your answers. And I'll be happy, okay, to discuss with you any answer that you're not sure of or you have some doubts about. Take your time. Yusuf Akram, yes? Start
The
again.
second one doesn't. How do you use I've visited? Well, so we could also work on the third one. This year I have visited. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So it's clear for you now. Okay. Mukhtar?
For number 9, double is not a stated verb. However, I can't use it in present perfect continuous. I think because it talks about the quantity. Am I right?
Well, I would say mainly, my friends, it's because of the meaning here. Yes, we're talking here about a quantity, like exactly when we were talking about the $4,000, when we were talking about the 100 outfits. So if you are trying to show that something is repeated, something that happened more than one time, then the present perfect simple is the right choice for that. Okay. And of course, doubled will be part of this, because also the volume of coca exported. So we're talking here about also the amount of thing. Okay, so the right usage is the present perfect simple. Now back to business. What other areas, my friends, you're asking about?
Yes, doctor. For number 4,
Yeah.
uh, can I say have been meeting? I use the progressive tense here. I have been meeting so many wonderful people here. I mean that it can happen now and then. Every day
Okay. In order to keep the usage as natural as possible, think also about many wonderful people here. Again, we're referring to a number. We're
yes.
referring to, and that is the best usage for it is the present perfect simple. Okay. It's exactly like the one that Mukhtar was asking about, which is about doubling the volume of cocoa. Okay. So the most natural usage will be the present perfect simple. Okay.
Okay, nice.
Ahmed Hussein.
What about number 8? I can say I have been doing this with more farmers. I cannot say it.
Okay. Now let me go to the text, which is asking about number 8, which is recently he has recruited again. It's the same question coming over and over again. Look here, we're talking about more than 30 other farmers. So we're talking about quantity, we're talking about numbers. Okay, and the best usages, I would say the most natural usage is the present perfect simple. Okay, and the reason why I say the most natural, not the accurate, is because in reality you might be shocked, okay, by some usages that would not follow exactly what we're saying here, that you might listen to in movies and in some other context written by native speakers. Okay, but what we're talking about here, let's say it's the most accurate, it's the more natural. Okay. Yeah. What else? Any other questions? Everything is clear. Okay, good for you. Now let me move to this, my friends. I have here a lovely question down there. Okay, now I want you to discuss, how does the organization make a difference at a local level? So you've read about this organization called Fairtrade. How does it make a difference? And do you think we need organizations like that in Egypt? So these are 2 questions for you. How Fairtrade is making a difference, and do we need organizations like that in Egypt? I'll send you to breakout rooms to discuss this. And I would like you to include a present perfect or present perfect continuous in your answers. So let me send you there. Okay, my friends, right. Welcome back to the main session and happy to see you again. So tell me, what have you friends said about, Fairtrade as an organization, and whether we need organizations like that in Egypt or not? Jihad.
Me and my partners, we have agreed that this organization is very good because we are treated together like friends, not like a manager and like workers. And actually, we need in Egypt organization like that. All managers treat workers like friends, like brothers, like sons, not like just workers. You know that.
Competitors.
So you love this, social part there.
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. What else, Muhammad Said? What did your friends say about that?
They find that have a positive side, especially for farmer. If we could provide farmer with a raw material in a low cost, that would be very helpful for them. But we also discussed that may have like a negative effect if the government control the price. So there is no agreement between the producer and the government, and that's what we see right now on the pharmacy market.
So the producer produce the minimum amount of medicine to keep their license, while the government still need to control the price, which will not
Mm,
be profitable for the company. So it has
mm,
two sides,
yeah.
positive and the negative side.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Especially here in Egypt, I mean, every day we wake up and we see different prices, right? It's just crazy.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
okay, right. So now, my friends, let me share with you three sentences I heard or phrases, and we need. There is something wrong with each one, so I want you to look at these phrases or sentences and tell me how can we make them better. Tantawi.
Okay, we need to plant more lands. I think the word plant here can be cultivate.
Yeah, or grow, right?
Yes.
Um, so better than plant here, we can say we need to grow more lands. I guess it will be better. And 27 in a month, Atiq.
I think we should use 27 in a month. In a month.
Or what is better is
Fair. Yeah.
per. Yeah, 27 per month. Okay, I guess that would be more natural here. And then the school I'm
Fair.
working for, and the guy was talking about, his permanent job. So he wasn't talking about a temporary job. So Hussein, how can we fix the last one?
I had better say the school I have been working with.
If you said the school I've been working for, that is fine. But if you want to show that this is your permanent job, then you need to say the school I work for.
What?
Because if you say the school I'm working for, you're giving the impression that this is a temporary job that you will leave soon. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
actually, if you're talking about your permanent job, then you don't say I'm working for, you say the school I work for. Okay? Right. Now, my friends, it is time for a break.